system. So bacteria, opportunistic bacteria can infect.
Okay. Dali kag kapitan, no, ng any opportunistic pathogens, not only parasite as well as bacteria and what? Viruses. Okay, why? Because of an extremely low immune system. Okay, so we call them opportunists, no? Musabay, no? Because weak man ka, so musabay ko, no? So that madali siyang penetrate, no, into a weak immune system. Okay? How about nosocomial?
Nosocomial infections, ma'am, are infections that are acquired from medical clinics, hospitals, and medical facilities, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Na-admit ka, lahi imong sakit, no? But during the course of your admission, nagkasakit ka og laing sakit. Why? You acquire it, no, from the hospital where you were admitted. So usually, class, ang hospital nga ni would also lack, hygienic practices, no, in their area. Okay? Like a very common nosocomial infection, no, although hindi siya parasite, is Pseudomonas. This is a bacteria, no? Very common bacterial nosocomial infection. Okay? So these are examples of parasites causing opportunistic infections among AIDS cases. So ato ni siyang isa-isahon, no? Toxoplasma gondii, this is a parasite of cats, no? Your Cryptosporidium, your Isospora belli, these are coccidians, no? Your Entamoeba histolytica, your protozoa, your Acanthamoeba species also, your facultative, right? A facultative parasite. Your Cyclospora cayetanensis, okay, pareho sila na Isospora belli and your Parvum. This is also what? Coccidians, no? Leishmania species, these are your your flagellates, okay? Strongyloides, this is your nematode, no? So again, take note, this is the only nematode, no, that would serve as opportunists among AIDS patients, the only. Okay, and for arthropods, we have the one that can cause scabies, no, your Norwegian scabi. Okay. So class, this is Toxoplasma gondii. I intentionally put a cat there so that you could relate, no? Basta gondii, no, the definitive hosts are cats, no, or the felines. Okay, so this is an obligate intercellular parasite found inside the reticuloendothelial cells of the body and many other nucleated cells. So your REC would also be involved in the immune system. Okay, and there are two morphological forms that are infectious to humans. Okay, if you come in contact with the oocyst, asa man ni makita in the cat species. If you domesticate an infected cat, no, and then you forgot to wash your hands, no, and then there is what? Contact of your hand that is contaminated with oocyst to your mouth. So that's one way of getting the infection. Presence of oocyst. And the other one is tissue cyst. So meaning you were able to ingest meat or meat products that are contaminated with the tissue cyst of Toxoplasma gondii. Okay? So cats are primary hosts, and humans and other warm-blooded animals would serve as the intermediate host. So aside from your exposure to oocyst and tissue cyst, no, pwede ka ding magka-infect through blood transfusion or organ transplant. Okay? Consuming undercooked infected meat, no, katong tissue cyst, ingesting water containing oocyst, and the other one, very possible also, mother-to-child transmission. This is what we call now, class, a vertical type of transmission. Okay? So napasa, no, from an infected mother to the unborn baby. So this is vertical or congenital infection. Okay? Are you still following, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how do we rule out toxoplasmosis? So you can make use of smear and section stain with GIMSA, animal inoculation, the use of PCR, and the use of immunologic or serologic testing using Sabin-Feldman dye test. Okay, so this is the alternative evaluation or assessment tools that we can utilize in the lab. Next one is Cryptosporidium parvum. So these are intracellular, extracytoplasmic location of the small intestine, less frequent in the stomach, large intestine, and the lungs. Okay, so the infective form is the oocyst, that can be released in the feces, okay, of a person that has Cryptosporidium parvum infection. Okay, so infective oocyst is transmitted via fecal oral route, which is the mode of transfer or the mode of infection. Okay? So usually we could isolate or identify Cryptosporidium parvum using the stool as the sample. Okay? And then we have to smear the stool on a glass slide. You make a smear, allow it to dry, and then you do staining. Okay? We do not use GIMSA nor a right stain, but we use the modified acid-fast stain. Why a modified acid-fast stain? Because Cryptosporidium parvum class is an acid. It will take in the red color or the pink color. So it is an acid-fast organism. Okay? So nagiging acid-fast positive. Okay? Also with belli, Isospora belli, one of the distinct characteristic of a person having Isospora belli as well as parvum infection is katong extended form of diarrhea. No? Di siya ordinary diarrhea, it will last for several days or even weeks. Okay? So kaya nga gitawag siya diarrheal syndrome, no? And pareho with parvum, okay, the oocyst can be demonstrated in the stool, and again, it is acid-fast positive. So it will take up the red stain. Okay? So we make use of the modified acid-fast stain when we try to isolate Isospora belli in the stool. Okay? Another one is a microsporidia, or a microsporidium. So the parasites develop and multiply, producing large numbers of infective spores, which are highly resistant and are the only life cycle stage that is able to survive outside the host cell and is also considered as the infective stage, your microsporidium. Okay? Still, under those that can cause opportunistic infections among AIDS patients. Okay. So in here, you can make use of gram stain, acid-fast, periodic acid shift test, GIMSA, or a modified trichrome stains, in the lab. So you can also utilize biopsy, stool exam, culture, as well as the use of PCR. Another one is Cyclospora cayetanensis. Okay, so just like belli and parvum, it can also cause diarrhea. Okay, it can persist for 12 weeks or even more, And this is also acid-fast positive. Okay, always remember, katuntulo, the parvum, belli, and your cayetanensis are acid-fast positive. Okay, now we go to nosocomial. So it is literally called hospital infection or hospital-associated infection. Okay, so these are infection developing in patients after admission to the hospital, which was neither present nor in its incubation period when the subject entered the hospital. So you acquire it while you are admitted or you were admitted in the hospital. Okay? And these are the common nosocomial gastrointestinal infections brought about by certain parasites. So we have parvum, lamblia, your histolytica, your microsporidium, your H. nana, that's your tapeworm, also your solium, which is a tapeworm. Okay? For blood and tissue infections, nosocomial also, si Plasmodium, Babesia, and species of your Trypanosoma, and as well as your Leishmania. Okay, so these are your flagellates already. For pediatric patients, so these are the one that is very common, hospital-acquired infections. We have parvum and we also have Giardia lamblia. Okay? This is also a flagellate. The only parasite, the only intestinal flagellate, that is what? That is infectious, not to humans. Okay? Okay. So I think that would be all for my last presentation for this semester. So allow me to share something wherever life will take you. So you always stay kind, humble, and honest, God-fearing, and always be the best of whoever or whatever you may become, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that would end now my presentation. Do we have any questions, queries, concerns related to clinical para? You may ask it now. Yes, Carol.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Ma'am, I would like to ask po, ma'am, ang quiz po for this topic, ma'am, would be attached, ma'am, no, during exams?
Yes, it will be attached during exam because my intention for next week or a Tuesday, katong gusto pa magpa-consult, they want to know their standing, you could visit me next week, 9 to 12, You're free, kaya wala naman tayo klase. This is our last already. Or this Friday, 2 to 5 in the afternoon. Okay? Ariel?
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes. Isa pa. Benson. Yes.
Morning, ma'am. Pwede may tomorrow magpa-consult, ma'am, after class na to, ma'am, or sa Friday na?
Naki-classes ako, ugma.
Yes, ma'am. BB.
Okay. Pwede ra, during or after our class tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ano gani? Ang sa kang schedule?
Morning, ma'am.
Okay, the 8 to 11?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Okay. Any other? So again I repeat, ang atuang coverage would be on Plasmodium, Babesia, arthropods, and on nosocomial, and nosocomial infections and opportunistic infections. Gang taas kay na nga chapter ang arthropods, So ang concentration ninyo would be on the 2 classes lang. Or not even, The class insecta lang, the ones we discussed. Okay? Only those parasites, or rather insects. You go to that pages of the book, for further readings on those that were mentioned, in today's lecture. Okay? Naapay lain. Wala na.